My name is Rhiannon. I have sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell is basically where your blood cells are misshaped, so they aren't able to carry the proper amount of oxygen to your body. And on top of having sickle cell anemia, I also have lupus, beta thalassemia. And so those two diseases together are a quite rare combination, and so they kind of affect my daily life a lot. So when I was first born, I was diagnosed with sickle cell, and my doctors knew that before I was born, so there weren't really any problems with that. And then at around the age of 3, I started to get a lot sicker. High blood pressure, a lot of, copious amount of medical issues. And then around age 5, after a lot of strokes and seizures and hallucinations, I was diagnosed with lupus. So the issue is that sickle cell and lupus are so different. Lupus is basically where the immune system starts to attack the body. And so with lupus, you kind of have to rely on the oxygen that's coming through your body to help you. And with sickle cell, you have to rely on your immune system. And so because both of them were compromised, it made daily life a lot harder. Especially in terms of trying to treat those two diseases. There were also a lot of challenges that came with it in terms of additional medical issues. So I have avascular necrosis, which is basically the death and decay of your bones. So I have it in my hips, my wrists, my ankles, and my knees, and a lot of my major joints. And at around 4th grade, I had a double monolateral fixator to kind of fix that avascular necrosis. So after that, at around the age of 14, I think, I had a bone marrow transplant to try to cure that sickle cell disease. But before that, life was kind of hard in terms of trying to figure out what was the best medication and what was the best procedure to take care of me. And how to not set off any other diseases that I had. And as a sickle cell patient, you never really know what happens or what's going to go on. Every sickle cell patient is different, so there isn't a set kind of symptoms that you'll experience. And on top of that, having a disease like lupus, all of the possibilities are unknown. So really, throughout my life, it's really been a trial and error period where I try to figure out what is the best course of action or what is the best thing to do. So there's a lot of uncertainty. And going into my bone marrow transplant, I had a half-flow identical transplant where basically I couldn't find a full donor. So my dad was a half match, and that's also quite a risky procedure, especially with Children's National, who's, kind of the first time doing it. So we went in with the goal of curing sickle cell and the hope that lupus would be cured because it hasn't been really researched, regarding those possibilities. And then later I was cured about 2 years afterwards. And so now just basically living life, trying to deal with all of the other things that were caused by sickle cell lupus.